everyone, and welcome back. This is going to be for the thumbnail. Again, hello everyone. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm so glad that you are here. First thing first, Happy New Year's. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing and a great start to the new year. And that you have lots of goals and exciting plans for yourself. Anywho, I've been wanting to come back, but I know, it's been like about over like maybe 2 months since I have last posted. And so I definitely do apologize. Things got really busy. My husband, his family came into town, and then, of course the holiday, and then it was just back-to-back holiday, and then work also got kind of crazy as well because it was the end of the year. And so I just kind of got sidetracked and wanted to just kind of rest. And I figured it's a new year, let me reset, restart, and reconnect with all of you guys again. So again, if you are here, thank you so much for being here. If you're not, please definitely come back. There's definitely a lot more in store, and just a lot more things and that I wanted to roll out, especially when it comes to healing with me, and just healing with PCOS, healing with hypothyroidism, and then of course all of the healing in between, whether they're big healing or small healing. Anywho, it is definitely a little bit gloomy today, and so I figured, why don't I just do something fun, lighten up the mood, and just take you guys along, and that way I can definitely share more about what's been going on, and just me coming back and what are my intentions this time, and just being able to just reconnect again. While we're doing that, I did buy some new cluster lashes on TikTok Shop. Dangerous. And I wanted to just be able to try them on and kind of talk and let you guys know on what's been going on, and then also just new things that are coming up, and just how I've been feeling with this new transition to the new year. There's been a lot of big major things that me and my husband have been going through, and that we've also have decided on, and so it's just been very, very exciting. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, so I have bought some lashes off of TikTok Shop, Kofi. They are going to be the clusters, and before I used to do makeup a lot, like back then, like maybe like a decade ago, when I in my mid-20s, when I was very into makeup and I was doing bridal makeup and I was doing all of those things. I always use lashes, but of course, when I was back up north at home. However, once I moved down to Florida, makeup, I started to wear less of, and then, of course, just trying to adjust to the new environment, new culture, new job, just different new things. And I haven't gotten a chance to actually really do like my whole entire dolled up, like full caked face makeup. And since I haven't been able to do that, I actually have not been able to play around with lashes. And again, the store ones are the strip lashes, but these are actually going to be more of the cluster lashes. And so I was actually very intrigued. I always browse on TikTok, and then I did happen to find, this live video about this, very pretty lady with beautiful eyes, and she was just luring me in to, okay, look at how easy these lashes are. And then of course she's like gonna be into buying it. So I am gonna try them on. I'm actually very excited because these are the lashes that, if you haven't heard of, these are the lashes where you definitely just place it under your eye waterline instead of on top of your waterline, and so it's gonna blend, very seamlessly, and it's actually going to look very nice. If you have ever had like false extensions lashes on, like the one that you go and get it done from a professional, it is going to be exactly or very similar to that. Sorry, not exactly, but it's gonna be very similar to that. It's gonna have a similar effect and illusion of those, since you are putting it right underneath where your waterline is. That's where it is going to be. So it is going to blend with your natural lashes a little bit more, and then your natural lashes are going to actually cover up, the very thin band. So it is going to look like you would, and you just got your eyelashes did or done by a professional. And the awesome thing is with these, you can definitely just take them off whenever you want to take them off. Now, I did buy them because I love that, but I am a person where I sleep like on my side, my back, my stomach, and so I wanted just kind of to try something where at the end of the day I can take them off. I've heard people also wear them, like for a few days as well before taking them off. So anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing today, all right? Hi everybody, real quick, I know I forgot to show you guys how the lashes look like, so I do want to come here just to show you guys how they do look like, okay? They do come in a little box along with the tweezers, and they look like this. And then of course the tweezer that comes with it, it does look like this. And of course, you're just gonna use this, to help you pick up the lashes. It is already pre-glued as well, and so this is how my lashes look like. Back to the video now. So while I do that with all of you guys, I'm just gonna catch up with all of you guys and see what's going on, how you guys been doing, how has your New Year's been, have you started on your New Year's resolution, and then of course, how has that been? So obviously with me, the last time that I actually uploaded a video was actually probably like early November, maybe mid-November. The last video that I uploaded was like what's in my pantry. And that was just more of like PCOS focused. What's in my pantry, what are certain things that I think you guys all should have in your pantry, what are certain things, items, ingredients, food that I was learning how to implement into just into my life. And so that was the last video that I did end up sharing or posting. Oops, sorry, I did end up posting. And it was just me going over some, I think, staple items that I think you need to I think everybody needs to have, and then just certain items that I was also learning how to implement into my daily routine. Yeah, so that's how it looks like. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. You're just gonna place it right under your eyes. Yeah, so I did that, and then my husband's siblings came into town to visit. It was so awesome to have them here. They all came down to visit, and so we took them fishing. We had seafood boil. What else did we do? We went to the Kennedy Space Center. And that was really fun too, because we're all kind of like nerds, and so we really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I love it. Side note, when I was younger, I wanted to go to the moon. I wanted to become like an astronomer, and I remember my mom and my dad always make fun of me, and they were telling me that was gonna be the first like, chubby Asian girl in space. Obviously, those are just kind of dreams. Yeah, so anywho, and of course, I love history. Fun fact, I was in history club when I was in high school. But yeah, so I'm definitely a history nerd. Um, Anywho, so that's what we did. What else did we do? They were only here for like a little bit with us. They were also going to the Gulf Coast as well to kind of hang out, and just kind of see that side. And so, they were going there too. So we didn't, get to spend a lot of time together. However, it was very, it was just really fun. We played a lot of different things. We played a lot of different games. We played, what was like that, like Jackbox game or something like that, where you guys can play like on a PS5, and where you guys got to enjoy like from your phone, and you just kind of like have these like prompts and games that you guys had to play together, and it was just like really fun, like just fun and funny games. Yeah, so that's what we did. And then of course, obviously, Thanksgiving came about, like maybe like a week and a half, um, after that. And then we, just started preparing for that, went over to, visit my family. I miss them a lot. And then of course, when we came back, it was just a lot of, just prepping things for our family gathering for Christmas, for the New Year's, because our family, we also do a Secret Santa. And so, we were just kind of like, in the holiday mode, getting things done, getting gifts. Did we get this? Did we get that? Planning out what we were going to cook. And so, it was just, of course, likewise, always busy. And it was just very, it was a lot. And so that's what we did end up doing. And then, of course, comes December, and we're doing a lot of things even for work because, I'm, HR for my facility. And so just making sure that, our holiday party was going the way that it's supposed to be, wrapping up, benefits and all of that stuff. So it was really crazy at work. And then, of course, with the holiday, it was also very crazy during the holiday as well. And so that's kind of like what happened, and I wanted to record, but then it just got so crazy that I just didn't have time. And then I'm just kind of like, what? It's okay. I'm just going to start new year, new me. That's what I'm going to do. And so I'm here today. And then something also, I think really important, that I think no matter what, like no matter what people choose, I think it's always good to find a grounding element in your life. And like what that like and like basically like what I mean by that is like like a lot of times people they talk about like spirituality. I'm a very big person in like spirituality, you know regardless of what you believe in, or whether you're like a true Christian or Buddhism or Muslim, whatever it is. I think that it's just so important to have something to keep you grounded. And because life is gonna get hard, and I feel like when you have something that grounds you, you're able to deal with like issues and trials and tribulations, and you're just able to get through them a lot easier because you do have grounding elements in your life. And so with that being said, my husband and I, we had, like we were, we thought about it, but we never really kind of like did anything about it. And then this year, or should I say the end of 2025 to obviously this year, we have decided to start on our spiritual journey. together. And so, I do feel like that was such a important thing that we did, because when you both do it from a place of love and from a place of like you want it because you want because you care about the other person, it really truly does make a difference. And if that makes any sense. And it does honestly really do draw you closer. Again, like when you guys are doing it for each other, right? And again, I mean, it's for yourself, but when you're actually putting the other person first. And so we have started on that, and it's something that's been very exciting. And it has been very, it has definitely made a difference, even though it's only been a few weeks into the new year. And I think that, it was just something that we both knew that we needed. And that, eventually it's like eventually, eventually it was something that needed to be done, right? And so that's what we kind of did, which is also a reason why, I've just been a little bit, just kind of quiet, or at least not as active, not recording and not posting, because we're also focusing on that for, again, for ourselves and not for anyone else. And I think that, again, like the other part is like, but like when you guys decide to do that for yourself, it really does, like really elevate your relationship, right? Because you are the foundation. So if you're married, you are the foundation. You and your spouse, you guys are the foundation of this marriage, the foundation of this family, right? And so it's so important to have a very solid foundation, and not just like on a superficial level, but also on a deeper level, right? And so it's like when your superficial level, or when the outside aligns with the inside, right? Of the foundation, it really does change. It really does change the way you see each other. It really does change the way that you guys, receive love from each other, the way you guys speak, communicate, to, your patience, to understanding, to everything. And so I do think that it's so important to have that grounding peace element in your life, whatever it is. And I think that, for all of my, married ladies, or even single, right? Especially single, right? That is so good to have that grounding element. And then again, if you're married, especially when, like you and your spouse, your husband, you and your, wife, whoever it may be, when you guys have that element that aligns, it really does elevate your relationship. Anywho, so that's what we were kind of doing towards the end of 2025 into this, new year. And so we've been just kind of like focusing on that, which is why I haven't been on here. And so, and again, that also, helps, with, like your health, right? With your health, with your spirituality as a whole, right? Holistically. Right. And so, again, we're making little kind of, changes and things in our life. And so, I also want to share that, because that was very important, decision that me and my husband really wanted to make. And we think that it was the right time to make that decision, and to go all in, and to go with our whole entire heart, but go in with an open heart. And so that, and so that's what we started, and we're on, we're on it, and it's been really, really great. And just a lot more, calming, and which is why I wanted to come in here and say, hey, y'all, I'm back. Let's reconnect. Let's get, help each other. Let's share our stories. Let's just, really be there. Let's be there. Like be girls, girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always gonna be a girl's girl. I hope that whoever is here, you guys are always gonna be a girl's girl too. Let's help each other. Let's build each other. Let's elevate each other. Because we all are going through our own things, and why not just do this so that way we can be there for each other, right? Anywho, real quick, see, like, are they pretty? See this, how it looks like. These are lashes. And I feel like they kind of like already draw you into my face. Here, let me just see. All right, so anywho, so that's what I've been kind of doing, and so that, you know, again, that's just a way of me healing myself, and again, healing spiritually, right? Healing, like healing me and my husband, you know, like our relationship, you know, right? And, you know, it's not that we had a really bad relationship to begin with, but healing as a, we're not perfect, and there is those holes that we're kind of missing and not being addressed, and so it was also a way of healing, right? And so again, when I talk about healing, I want to also address like the spiritual healing part, right? And again, it doesn't mean that, you know, you need to go through a very dramatic situation to heal that part of you, but, you know, it just means like, hey, you know what, I am finally on this journey and I feel great, right? I'm finally on this journey that I've been thinking about for so long, right? And so again, you know, if you haven't been on your spiritual journey or you've been off the wagon, you know what? It's never too late. Just climb right back on and refocus and reset and get onto that, because if it's something that truly does make you feel better, if it does truly bring you lots of benefits, go back on it, because I promise you it's going to be worth it. Um, and then, you know, of course, you know, my PCOS and my hypothyroid has not changed. I'm still here. I am still, unfortunately, overweight. However, I'm still making little changes, right? So, number one, again, my thyroid, I'm not sure if I talked to you guys about this yet or not, but I did see a thyroid towards a doctor in October, and we did do some blood work, and she did put me on some thyroid medication, Synthroid, and so I've been on it, and I think I am gonna go look for a new doctor. So I am going to, once I do get the new doctor, we'll reevaluate that, and we will backtrack, and we will do more blood work and see if the dose that I'm on is gonna be helping me. And so I've just been kind of doing that. And then of course, again, just, again, because of holiday, kind of threw me and my husband, our eating, kind of off a little bit. And so just kind of getting back on track on that. And, and again, focusing on, my PCOS and my thyroid, and just, taking every little chance, whether it's a big chance or a big opportunity or a small opportunity to address my thyroid and my PCOS. Whether that's going, choosing wheat bread over white bread, or whether that's, choosing potato chips over, chicken breast, or, whether that's, using this product that is safe for me than, rather than using something that is carcinogenic, right? Or something that causes cancer, right? And so again, I am still focusing on that. I hope you guys do come back. Don't go anywhere. Definitely join me. Reconnect. I would love to connect with you guys, because my whole entire reasoning of being on here is to just be able to, support and share my journey with all of you guys, and to let you know that you're not alone, especially if you are on the same journey or a similar journey, or even a completely different journey, that I am here, and that you can always come in here, to get motivation, come in here to get, anything that resonates with you, always come, and join me on this channel. And again, we can be girl, or boys, girls, or, girls, boy, whatever it is. We can definitely do that here on this channel. And, I think to me, I love to be able to connect. And, because I do know that these things are very sensitive topics, and things that really can feel very lonely at times, right? Like, again, I'm a woman. Why can't I do do things that a woman's body normally can do, right? Such as, having kids so easily, right? And all the things, and when we start thinking about these different things, it can get very heavy, right? And so this is the channel for all of that. If you are back, welcome back. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Stay tuned. I do have, videos coming up that I think that are, again, just the little loves, that just the little ways that um, that I'm healing, that I'm learning to work with, having PCOS and hypothyroid. And if there are anything that you guys want to see, any questions, drop it down below, and I can definitely read them, and I will definitely respond back. Otherwise, I am excited for 2026. It is the fiery horse year. I was born the year of the horse, according to the Chinese zodiac sign. So I'm really excited. Been feeling a lot of it. However, what I will say is that the horse, they're very free spirited. They can't really stay still. So I am gonna say, if this year is your year, if you want to make more money, you want to hustle, side business, you want to get better, this year definitely get on it. The horse is a very, fast, powerful horse, and so again, it is definitely a good year to do that. And of course, if you have any questions, or if you want to look up what this year means, or if you do believe in, zodiac sign, cosmo, astrology, definitely read up on the horse year. And I hope that you guys stay safe, stay healthy, stay motivated, focused, humble, and take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.